All right, welcome back to another episode of I do like the title that we got. It's Cameron Ramblin. I I like it. It's straight and to the point, and it's fantastic. It rolls right off the tongue, and I guess that's why I want to stick with it. Well, if you don't know me, well, obviously my name is in the title of the podcast section, and I kind of figured out how I just want to do this. I'm not really going off any sort of script anymore. Kind of just things that I've wanted to talk about, just in general, which kind of gives the feel of me rambling, I guess. Of course, there'll still be some things that are just interesting and that are newsworthy, I guess. But for the most part, it's just stuff that I want to talk about. But yeah, uh, as for me, I haven't done much else new since the last time I recorded one of these. All I really did was finish Persona Q1. Now I'm on to Q2. I'm currently working on the spin-off video. It's just I had to get all the footage or whatever footage I need left, and then just put the video together. That's really it. So I'm recording this. It is Thursday right now, the 21st. So, as of now, I will put this out for the weekend, and then just keep working on the videos. So, if you are waiting for that and not this, then I apologize. You're going to have to wait a little bit longer, because these do take a while. But anyway, enough about me. Oh yeah, I forgot. I also beat the Donkey Kong Country trilogy yesterday, in fact. I finally beat DKC 3, which is the original trilogy. So that is very, very exciting. I also got a few new items, like I got my copy of Haunting Ground, which I am excitedly waiting for October to roll around for our Halloween stuff. And I also got Persona 2 Eternal Punishment on PS2. Those really set me back quite a bit in terms of my money. But it's worth it, because those games are really hard to find. But anyway, now I'm finally done with a bunch of crap about myself. Let's go and talk about other things. Let's see. We got a couple of announcements. Literally 2 hours ago, there was one for a new Tales of the Borderlands game, a sequel, which, like, that game's probably my favorite Borderlands game just ever out of all the ones that I've played. So I haven't played pre-sequel, I haven't finished 3, but that one's got to be my favorite just because it's so different and it's honestly got the best writing. It's got a bit of that like Borderlands 1 writing, which is still out of the main series the best if you ask me. But now that they're making another sequel after it's already kind of over, I'm kind of worried a little bit. I'm not exactly worried because we only know that it exists. But aside from that, I'm going to be a bit hesitant on this one. Because I don't know how they're going to deal with that. Because people didn't really like Borderlands 3 all that much in terms of its writing and such. And storytelling, that's just the general consensus. There are some people who do like it, but, oh well. That's just too bad. But I hope that they can do it right, especially without Telltale to help them out. Or actually, I don't even know what kind of game it would be without Telltale. It might just be another like Borderlands spinoff that plays like normal. It'll be weird, but I mean, yeah, that might just be the only option that they have. But yeah, that's all from freaking Gearbox, I guess. What else do we got? Sonic got announced recently too. A new Sonic game, Sonic Origins. It's a new collection of Sonic stuff. It's Sonic 1, 2, 3, Knuckles, and CD. And like, look, I like Sonic, but honestly, just something about this doesn't really resonate all that well with me. It doesn't worry me. The only thing that worries me is the price, because it's like $40, but it is the best versions of these old Sonic games. Like, even better than what would it be like? Isn't the mobile port of Sonic CD the best one? I'm pretty sure it's that, and then there's like a version of Sonic 1, 2, and 3 that are all pretty like good and just step above the rest. There really isn't like much that I remember, but like even still, if you're a Sonic fan and you appreciate that, then like more power to you, really. You can go and buy it if you want. I'm not gonna buy it, but what I am gonna buy is the freaking Cowabunga bundle, which I'm not gonna get the deluxe edition, because that thing's like $150 for like, honestly, not that much. It's like an acrylic stand. I think it's like a couple of cards, and then you got, I think it's like a poster that looks like the old comic book. Yeah, it's got stuff, but it's just not worth like 150 if you ask me. So I'll probably just stick the standard edition. Oh my god, also Klonoa pre-orders went up, but US is not getting a physical release, so I'm gonna have to order it off a different website. Yay! It's probably gonna be the European version or something like that. Or if the Japanese version has a really good box, then I'll get that anyway just for the box. If it has English language support, but hey, it's freaking Klonoa. It's cool. I've still been very excited for that, and I wish that I started this when that got announced, but hey, what are you going to do? Klonoa's always good, Klonoa's always fun. Alright, I had to take a drink. Okay, let's see. What else? Oh yeah, Xenoblade 3 is getting a earlier release, because it was supposed to come out in September. Now it's coming out in, like, July. I remember wondering about this earlier. Yeah, it's July when it's supposed to come out now, which is... That's an interesting announcement to make, you know? Like, I don't know if the game is that close to finishing. I would honestly be more excited if it was just releasing as normal. You know, because then that gives more time to, like, patch certain things out, really, and make sure that all the bugs work. I have not really played much of the Xenoblade games, but I kind of just want it because when Xenoblade 2 came out, physically, that game became non-existent. I am lucky that I even have a copy of it at all, even though it's in, like, a crappy case and it's got a crappy cover, but it's still there. And let's see, I got the original Xenoblade on the Wii, which I haven't even beaten. So I might play that at some point and play all three. Maybe X if I can find it. But that's going to be a bit hard because Wii U games are becoming really tough. Or, you know, at least the good ones. Or at least the ones that aren't like Just Dance and Lego and copies of Smash 4 that nobody wants to play. You know, just real filler garbage that nobody really gives a damn. But yeah, nah. I believe that should be it. Overwatch comes in a week, I think? The 28th? Or is it in like 5 days? The 26th? I know it's like later this month, and or well, it has to be next week because it's like end of April. Oh yeah, I always keep forgetting this, but freaking Bugsnax is getting DLC finally. I believe it's a free expansion for it. That's going to be like a whole new campaign, so I am very excited for that, because I played Bugsnax at the end of last year. Oh my god, that's one of the most fun games I've ever even had the pleasure of playing. So I don't regret that one bit. It is fantastic. If you have not played Bugsnax, I definitely recommend picking it up whenever the gets released. You know, the new one. Even if you don't have a PS4 or PS5, I believe it's coming on Switch as well. And Xbox. So you should definitely pick it up. Highly recommend. Let's see, other stuff. I know that new Spy Family anime or whatever came out. Haven't watched that. but I hear it's pretty alright. I only know people's reception on it because they keep posting art of that of like the one chick in like a black dress or something. I think her name is Yor. She's called like the Thorn Princess or something, and she like just kills people. And I'm like, all right, sure, yeah, that works. It's fine. And then the guy's name is like Lloyd, but it's Loid or something like that. And there's the little girl, of course. Now, but that's all fine and good. Netflix canceled one of its series. I remember seeing that. It was a series based on like a comic that I remember seeing, but I don't remember actually reading. It was called Bone. And all I remember about it is like there were these like white guys. They kind of look like oh, what's the perfect way to describe it? You know, like the old Mickey Mouse ghost or whatever, where they're like got arms and legs and they just walk around, just like perfectly normal people. Yeah, it's kind of what the Bone guys look like, except they got like big bulbous heads and big noses and whatever. It was like a gritty comic, these cartoony guys, and then I think there was like a normal human woman there too. I don't remember. I just remember seeing this in like the, I don't know, middle school, the 5th grade as well. I think it was a comic or it was like a graphic novel too. I think there was a game planned for it as well. Last time I checked, but that was like years ago. I remember it used to be like a big deal, but I never got into it. I was like looking at the cover though, so yeah, that was neat. Some of the drawings of some of these characters was kind of interesting. I don't know. I would really like to read that at some point. Then again, I just need more time for reading in general. So I never really have that much time to read no more, which is upsetting because I got a lot of stuff to finish and I want to read a lot of stuff. I still need to read Chainsaw Man. The only stuff I ever read is just stuff that I catch up with, like whatever new chapters of something I'm already caught up with, like freaking One Piece and Jujutsu Kaisen and all that. But that's okay. All right. That should be about everything that I wanted to talk about for like announcement type things. Yeah, it sounds right because I don't remember anything else of like major importance unless I did. I'm just stupid. No, that's it. Yeah. Huh. Okay. All right, cool. I guess now I can just talk about whatever for now. Just for like another, what, like 40 minutes or so? Because, you know, that's just how I feel in the void. Let's see. I did see a couple of movies that I did want to talk about. Actually, no. I saw 3 as of recent. I saw Morbius, I saw Sonic 2, and then I saw Everything Everywhere All at Once. Morbius, it was bad, but I will still joke about it being the greatest movie ever, because it is hilarious. Hashtag Morbius sweet, baby! Morbius, go with some walruses. Morbius drinking a 40 in the death basket. You know, that... That was the first thing that I thought of whenever I saw the hashtag on Twitter for Morbius Sweet, but it's just funny as hell. Freaking just thinking of the Morpheus Eric Andre bit. Oh, it's so good. And yeah, that movie was incredibly boring. It had one good fight scene that I enjoyed, and that's in like the subway where he's fighting the main villain. And I guess the only other part that I semi-enjoyed was Matt Smith. And, like... I'm not going to sit here and say he did, like, a good job, but he did the best that he could with the script that he was given. And he kind of... He hammed it up a little bit, but you know what? At that point, it's just like, who even cares? the rest of the film isn't taking itself that much seriously, so why should I? And why should this other character played by Matt Smith? He he's kind of having a lot of fun with it, but it really takes you out of the whole tone of the film. Well, that's fine. I don't really want to talk about Morbius ever again, to be honest. Unless we get Morbius 2, baby! Because then if we get Morbius 2, then that's going to be the greatest thing ever made. Because it's not going to be Morbius at all. Honestly, what Morbius could have just been is just like a Spider-Man movie. You could have just had another Spider-Man movie and have Morbius be the villain instead of making his own thing. Because, like, really what it ended up being was just Venom 3.0. And it kind of ran into the same problem of, like, Venom's not really an anti-hero all that much. And you can't, like, control the urges of, like, wanting to kill people and not eating them and whatever. Because that just takes away from the character. Because the character is Morbius the living vampire. So you can't have the vampire part taken out, which is... Oh, I hate it. Like, that's the thing that I hate specifically whenever it comes to these movies about, like, villains or whatever like this. Like, why can't you just do what the Joker did and just make him go all out, you know? Show how he becomes the villain. That's still, like, one of my favorite super villain movies. For that reason. And, like, there's, what, like, 5? It's like 5 super villain movies? I don't know. We're kind of in a rough place with this, like, superhero thing, and, like, everything has to be syndicated. Everything has to have a cinematic universe and connect together. So that really just bothers with most movies. At least that's what I think. Because if you're already part of, like, an established property, like, you can't just make your own thing anymore. If you are a Marvel comic, you can't just be a Marvel comic movie and that's it. If you're a DC comic, you can't do that. If you're based on any sort of property, you can't do that no more. And it's upsetting. I don't like it. I kind of just miss when movies can be their own thing. And I guess even games, to an extent, especially like story-driven games, where they have like several sequels, or they're always building up to the next big thing. I don't mean something like I don't know, what's a good example? I guess like a Resident Evil or a God of War or whatever, because most of those stories are always continuing. Because they never really give them that much of a conclusive ending. They kind of just let them roll about and just let it tell a story until the story feels like it wants to be over. Or until Capcom's just like, hey, we're not making money off this. Let's put it to rest. Like, I don't know. Because I was like, what do we got? Oh my god, I don't have any examples for this. Well, I have one, but it's way too obvious of an example. I don't know if I want to use it now. But I guess just the main point that I'm trying to get across is that, like, syndication in general is just dumb, and it's not always dumb, it's just really off-putting to like a general audience, and like when I just want to sit down and watch a movie and just watch it for what it is, instead of being like, wow, okay, yeah, this movie is over, and then it's like, nope, no it's not, we're gonna tease something else, and it's like, come on. I mean, I guess you can say that, well, even some horror movies do that, because they'll always have a or generally they'll have a thing where everything's over, everyone's safe, for the most part. The creature or demon or whatever is expelled or dead or something. But then they'll have the stinger right at the end with the loud noise, or something like that. So you can't really just experience a movie on its own. And like, I'm not gonna be here and say that I'm some sort of like film expert. I'm not some sort of game expert. I'm just a guy who notices this stuff and really doesn't. I don't know. You never really get to like talk about it all that much because in this day and age, everyone's always excited for the next thing. Because once they get something, they'll be like, "Oh, cool, that was great. When's the next thing?" And then they'll keep hyping it for months, and then nothing will be heard, and then they'll be like, "Well, time to continuously ask the companies that won't answer us for the next thing." I see it all the time, and I still can't believe that I see it. It's just in a weird, weird place. And I don't know why. I guess I'm just full of these weird opinions, but like nobody will really mind because they're just that, opinions. So I don't really see that much of an issue with it. Aside from it just, not being what someone else believes. But that's okay. I'll believe what I believe, and I keep my ideals. Alright, anyways, away from that, getting away from Morbius and comic books, right, Everything Everywhere All at Once. I don't want to spoil anything about this movie because it's one of those ones where it's best experienced blind. Don't even watch a trailer. Do not watch a trailer, don't watch a review or anything until after you've seen the movie. Because I thought it was going to be something completely different. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll go and see what it is. And then like 30 minutes into the film, I'm like, wait, whoa, hold on, hold it right there. You couldn't drop, wouldn't drop, you wouldn't dare. But just if I were to think about it more, I need to see it a second time. That's definitely something that I need to put on my radar. I want to watch it a second time, but I think, I don't know, like, if I think about it some more, it might just be up there with one of my favorite movies, like, at least top 10. I don't know about top 5, but I would definitely say top 10, at the very least. Definitely go see it, and you will definitely not see googly eyes the same way. It is fantastic. I really wish that I had more to talk about with that one, but well, because I was thinking about this like for the past week or whatever, trying to like semi-plan this out, but then when I thought about talking about this movie, I'm just like, wait, why would I talk about it when I could just be like, hey, go into it without knowing anything, without anyone saying anything, and just say it's a good movie, you're gonna like it, yada yada yada. And honestly, I think that works better than just being like, oh man, you get to see this and it goes into that and da 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 da. And then thinking about it, I'm like, no, that actually doesn't help. It actually helps less than like you think. Cause let's say you watch a spoiler-free review of the film, just because you trust the opinion of someone else, and you want to know if it's something that's worth spending your money on. Okay, like that's fair. That's fair. But the issue with that is it may not always be what you think it would be. And if you just get the word off someone else, like, that'll shape your own attitude, and it'll either push you away from something, or it'll make you oppose that something. Like, say you see a review for a bad film or a bad game, and then you're just like, it's a bad thing, but I'm gonna play it anyway, or I'm gonna watch it anyway. And then you watch it, and you're just like, wow, yeah, that wasn't as bad as I thought. You know? That happens a lot. And it's kind of why I don't like seeing reviews or stuff for like new movies or new games, because really, like, that's what people base their ideas on, just the review of someone else. And half the people who complain about a certain thing being bad, or I guess mid at the very least, it really doesn't reflect the people. And it only goes to like a certain extent, because it doesn't always happen. Like, I guess, I don't know. Like let's say freaking Elden Ring or whatever. Like, Elden Ring was getting fantastic reviews, actually. It was definitely becoming like one of the highest rated games I've ever seen, just ever. But there could always be that person who's just like, yeah, I'm ready to play this Elden Ring thing, and then they just hate it. They hate it, and then they're just like, I spent $60 for this. The reviews lied to me. The reviewers betrayed us. You know, I don't know. I always like to wait for something to simmer down, and I guess that's why I don't do reviews of like newer games. Really, I mean, yeah, it would hurt my points in the algorithm, sure, because people always want to see what's the new stuff. But I like talking about the old stuff because there's already enough time to like have hindsight for it. You know, I guess the only time I would talk about something new is if it was like really, really up there in like something that I would want to talk about, like probably like a new Yakuza game or something, or like if Ishin came out or whatever, you know, Ishin and Kenzan got ported, I would definitely talk about it eventually, but I wouldn't want to do it within like the first month, because that's what every like YouTuber does whenever a game of their interest pops on the radar. They will review it within like a week. And you have mixed results. You'll have people go on like, wait, you finished it in this amount. Did you not like the game? Which that's not really a valid argument. And I guess I'm not really making a solid point either. Because, like, either they play half the game and they don't finish it within that week, and then they'll be like, oh, why didn't you play the entire game? It gets better after blah, blah, blah. Or they finish it really fast, and they're just like, oh, why'd you have to finish it so fast? Why can't you just take it in? It's really not, like, as simple as you think. But to be honest, new things like that really, really bug me, because they're everywhere. Like, I'm sure when Sonic Origins comes out, people are going to be like, yeah, hey, YouTube thumbnail guy in the thing, and he's like pondering to the sky or whatever, or it's like they're mad and like Sonic dead PNG from like the comics or whatever, and then money everywhere because it's just like, ooh, pay $40 for bad game, duh, 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 duh. But I don't know. Stuff like that is just a weird kind of realm. And I guess even like written reviews are kind of strange too. Because a lot of the time, when you're doing something for like IGN or GameSpot or whatever, you know, like the big main reviewers or whatnot, like, you only have a certain amount of time to look at what you're looking at and then get to it, you know? You can't just dawdle on forever. As much as you'd like to, you have to get that out there to get paid. But really, that just kind of takes it away, or that just takes the fun away. You know, I don't know if I'm resonating with anybody on this, if at all. I hope to God I am, because that would be, that'd be neat. And even if you disagree, I mean, I would totally like to hear what kind of freaking, you know, just your opinion, I guess, or like the kind of way that you think, you know? I don't know. I I always like creating a discussion with people, which is why I prefer to do things with more than just myself. Because then that creates interesting, like, dialogue, really. Because the back and forth between multiple people, like two or more, really, really is out there. But, it's also nice to just get the opinions of strangers, I guess, Just kind of like what I do, really, to an extent. I don't know where I was going with this. I don't even remember where I started at. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I was talking about a movie, and then I went to games again. Oh my god. Oh man. All right. Let me see. Well, I guess really quick, for the most part, I do want to talk about Sonic quite a bit. I'm gonna do a little bit of spoiler-free stuff, and then I'm gonna get into a little bit of spoilers. I'll let you know because I'm not even gonna know how long I'm gonna be talking about this. So it'll probably show up on screen or something for a timestamp for Sonic spoilers. I mean, the movie's been out for a couple. Oh my god, here I am disproving my point. The movie's been out for like a couple weeks and I'm already talking about it. Then again, people were talking about it day one, so what the hell am I talking about? Like, literally, what am I talking about? People were talking about the Sonic movie day one. I really shouldn't be complaining about that. Anyway, controversial opinion, I thought the first movie was better. Like, yeah, the Sonic 1 movie was a very much a buddy cop film, just with Sonic slapped on it and a bunch of Sonic references. But my thing with that is that it felt more focused, and I've told other people this before. It's just that Sonic 1 felt more of, or like knew more of what it was trying to be. Because, yeah, it was a movie for kids, but it didn't always act like it. My main issue with Sonic 2 is that it's, like, for the first third or so of the film, it is a really generic kids movie type thing. But then there's a certain point when it stops becoming that, and like, the rest of the film was pretty enjoyable. There's one part in the middle of the movie, though, that I'm kind of just like, yeah, that exists. But like it's mainly right after the scene in the bar. Sonic and Tails had to do this dance off thing, and they danced to Uptown Funk for some reason, even though the song hasn't been relevant for years. Honestly, it just seemed a lot like a very Illumination, or even like the Dark Age of DreamWorks type thing, It just didn't seem right. But like, other than that, it was still fine. I like the idea of Sonic being this reckless, like, kid. He's got to learn to, like, take responsibility for himself, and like, the only way that he understands is like through all these superhero tropes and whatnot. Because all he's really known is like action movies, because like, I'm sure that a lot of people forgot about that from the first movie. Is that he used to watch movies in the window with oh my god, I almost called him Todd. No, it was Tom, I'm pretty sure. But like, him and his girlfriend, they would just sit there, have movie night or whatever, and then Sonic would know the movies line by line. I think it was Speed. The one that he knew the most. I don't know why they watch Speed so many times to where Sonic can memorize that, but hey, whatever. Speed 1's a good movie. Speed 2, nah. Because I think Speed 2 is the one with the boat. Where you have, like, the boat on the water and it's the same premise. I don't know. Nah, but yeah. Knuckles was great. I really like the way that they handled Knuckles because I was worried that they were going to handle him in a really rough way. Because here's how they could have handled Knuckles. They could have had him just be dumb, or they could have just had him be like angry, vengeful guy, and yeah, that's it really. But they kind of like made him a complex character, so I can super appreciate that. Same thing with Tails, because at first Tails seems like he's just the fanboy type character, just follows Sonic around. He's trying to help him out, but no, that's actually in this case it makes sense, because that's really what like Tails' story was. I mean, if you go back to Sonic 2 and like the instruction manual, that's basically what Tails was. And even in Adventure, I think it was Adventure 1, it was like Tails really admired Sonic, so he just followed him around to just to see what he was up to. You know? And like that's neat. It's kind of neat that they brought a little element of that in there, as opposed to just making it 1-for-1 Sonic 2 and 3, I guess. But aside from that, I'm really disappointed Agent Stone wasn't in the movie all that much either. Because I really liked him. He was like one of my favorite characters just in general, just because how he bounced off of Eggman's weird just antics. Or no, wait, it's not Eggman, it's Robotnik. Because they're using the old name, and then Sonic uses Eggman as a nickname, which is just like how it does in Sonic Adventure 1. Well, there you go, yeah. Because what was that line in Sonic Adventure 1? It was something like, it was on the island, you find it next to Tails' house or whatever, and then he sees Eggman, or he sees Robotnik in the pod, and he's just like, oh, look, an egg-shaped man is in there, or something like that. And so Sonic just uses that to, like, insultingly call him, but I guess the name just stuck. Although they also kind of called him Eggman in Japan, so that's also why it stuck. But still, I digress. No, but like Robotnik was good. Jim Carrey always does a good job with his performances, so I really can't be disappointed with that. It's just gonna be weird going forward when, you know, the man's retired now, and what they're gonna do with him going forward. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and do speculation or make any guesses. But, you know. Who am I to judge? Maybe they'll just take, like, old footage of him, or like, reuse lines and do, like, what they did with Chef and then just write him off that way. Or even a Poochie, where they just like dub him over with some other guy who tries to impersonate Jim Carrey or whatever, but isn't even close. Or as I presented to someone else once, they could do what they do in an episode of Community, where they just reuse old clips and like don't even try and hide that it's like super old footage, you know, and just kind of work with that. I don't know. Jim Carrey is always a good guy, so I hope the best for him. I wonder if they've already actually like recorded like footage for him to be used in Sonic 3, and just have him out of the story from then on. But who knows? Because not everyone can have like a Stan Lee thing or whatever. You know, where Stan Lee had like 5 movies in prep of stuff recorded. You know, before he passed. But only time will tell when Sonic 3 comes out in, like, I don't know, freaking 2025. Because I'm sure people are just like, oh, 2024. Like, no, no, no. Movies take a long time. We just got very lucky. Then it... Actually, wait, then again, this one was like 2 years, roughly. Yeah, it was February 2020 when Sonic 1 came out, wasn't it? This was right before we all got locked away. Yeah. Okay. But I guess right now it's around the 40-minute mark based on what my timer says. It's probably going to be like 41 minutes or something. But now I want to talk about a little bit of spoilers, not much. Just like a few things that I thought was neat, like story-wise, and just later on in the movie, past like the first third, that's semi-important, and just sort of implications of where the series is going. So, yeah, I'll probably just flash it on screen, so that way everyone knows where to skip to, you know? Because there's still going to be a little bit that I want to talk about after. But yeah, if you care about Sonic 2 spoilers, yeah, just look for the time code. I'll probably add like a chapter thing or whatever for it, just so that way it'll oh my god, why did I lose my train of thought for like 2 seconds? You know what the deal is. I don't know why I'm explaining it to you. But here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, can we... Alright. Alright, now where do I start? Kind of interesting that the Master Emerald is kind of like... Well, I guess the first thing is that, like, it's kind of neat that the Master Emerald can be broken apart and they become the separate Chaos Emeralds, because I don't remember that being in Sonic. I don't remember that being in Sonic 3 even. Because in Sonic 3, Sonic had all the Chaos Emeralds just by default, and the Master Emerald was its own thing. And there were like little pedestals, I believe. That's either Sonic 2 or 3, where you go into like a hidden temple, and then that's where you get Super Sonic, or I guess Super Knuckles, or Super Tails, or whatever, depending on who you play. And I guess the thing with that is, it also is weird because in Adventure, when the Master Emerald breaks, it literally comes like in chunks. So you gotta get like the weird star-shaped pieces in order to put the Master Emerald back together, which is the whole plot of those adventure games. But hey, what do I know? I just watch films. I just watch the funny blue rat go burr. But like, yeah, that was an interesting idea. I kind of like the parallels between Sonic and Knuckles there, and how they're able to like bond together. Because in most movies, it would just straight up be like, the bad guy did the thing, so now we gotta team up, and it's like, alright, fine, we'll team up for just this once. No, like, Knuckles is literally just like, hey, up yours, you're a stupid chump, your people killed mine, I hate you. Sonic's just like, look, dude, I don't like you either. In fact, you kind of took everything away from me as well. You know, because you basically killed my weird owl mom. So, you know, tough shit. We got to do it. So let's go. And it was that scene on the beach. I'm talking about specifically where they're like kind of talking to each other before they leave to go and fight Robotnik, who now has the power of the Master Emerald. And so yeah, you just have them just talking it out and actually making some decent points there, you know? Which, like, I'm glad that they're doing that. Some movies don't even do. Just to rush to the climax. Also, I kind of found it interesting. I don't know if it was pure coincidence or if it was just me, but the fact that, like, Eggman was now having powers because of the emerald. I don't know if anyone else thought about this, but that reminds me of like in The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, the cartoon, where it's like you get the 4 Chaos Emeralds and then you get like different powers. One of them's invisibility, immortality, I think it's like the elements and then something else. And like you get all 4 and you basically become God. And then like freaking Robotnik just rules over the world with that for like 2 episodes. That one was a 2-parter. Hang on, I'm actually looking this up right now so that way I could remember what I'm talking about, because that was like a weird point in time. Chaos Emeralds. Yes. Perfect. I found on the Sonic Wiki. Invisibility, invincibility, immortality, and life. Wait, what did the life one do? Oh, so you can give and take away life. Yeah, that is really powerful. Oh my god. And then I think it's like you put it into a ring or something. Oh yeah, and they were all different shapes, kinda. Oh wow, yeah. Yeah, but it was kind of like that, except in this movie, it was a lot more kind of like, call it weird, but it was kind of like a Lego person. Like a Lego game where you have a Jedi being able to use the Force and like put things together and build something. But that's kind of what it was like, and then he just builds the robot, which is a nice callback. The Death Egg robot. It's pretty cool. And I like just the size of it. Dude, that thing's like 2 green hills stacked on top of it. No, like 2.5 green hills, I guess. Like, if you just put the cities right on top of each other. It's pretty big. No, but that was a good sequence of having everyone come together. I don't know if anyone else caught it, but that was a nice Sonic Heroes homage, I guess, of having Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles show them the real superpower of teamwork. Even though he didn't say that, I was honestly kind of waiting for it because, like, obviously the people who work on these movies are obviously Sonic fans. So of course they try and put as many as they can, no matter where in the timeline. Still sad there's no Big the Cat. That sucks. I also like the introduction of Gun. I am very happy that Gun is now in the plot, and that opens up literally the plots of Adventure 2 and Shadow the Hedgehog, I guess, because they can do that. And then Gun just disappears for forever, but hey, good enough for me. I'll take it. Freaking Shadow getting revealed right there at the end. Oh, it's so cool. I am eagerly waiting for Sonic 3. Also, just that scene of like Gun getting revealed, it slays me. It slays me way too much. just everyone at the wedding that they invite or that the groom invited is a Gun agent. And like even the priest is a Gun agent. He pulls it out of his little Bible and he just has a gun in there. Oh man, alright. Fucking A. But yeah, no. Spoilers are done. I'm kind of done talking about Sonic 2 for now. But yeah, nah. Great movie. I would definitely recommend watching both of these. Because they're both like on. I don't know. They can vary in quality at sometimes, but just overall, they're nice, fun movies and pretty good for video game movies. Better than I can say for what is it? Recent Resident Evil, Monster Hunter. Mortal Kombat was okay in some parts, just really mid-tier in others. That one's probably the least bad one aside from Sonic. And then what else? Oh, Uncharted. Yeah. Yeah, Uncharted sucked. I remember seeing that. That was just so generic. I felt really down about that movie. Like, come on. All right, let's see. Anyway, I still got some time to kill. Oh my god, you know what I completely forgot about? Oh my god, freaking Gilbert Gottfried passed away. Like, really recently at the time that I'm recording this. Like, he's one of the funniest people ever. I didn't really watch any of his stand-up specials, but I just, like, caught him in random roles just that he's appeared in throughout the years. And every time, the man slays me. He is so fucking funny. And I'm going to miss him now that he's passed on. But like, I have nothing but respect for Gilbert Gottfried. First it's Norm, now it's Gilbert. Like who are you taking next? I mean, I don't really have that much attachment to freaking Bob Saget or who else was it? Louis Anderson. I think Louis Anderson was this year too. Bob Saget was this year. Betty White, yeah. She's another person I had absolute respect for. I was watching Community at the time when Betty White passed, and she was the teacher of the anthropology class. She's fun. Dude, Betty White is also a really funny person. Like, I didn't watch Golden Girls or whatever, so it's like I didn't get to see her in that. But any other role that I just found her in, she is fantastic. She was still killing it, like, in her old age. Like another person that I have nothing but respect for, and it's gonna be real sad when like some other actors that I can't think of off the top of my head go away. No, Ed Asner was like end of last year. That was like November, I think, for him. But he was one that I was sad to see go too, because Ed Asner was really cool. Oh man. Like my thing with all these like celebrity deaths is just like, why do all the cool people gotta go away, you know? Instead we're just stuck with like the shitheads for the most part. And like, yeah, we still got some cool people in terms of celebrities, but like they're not as iconic in some regards, you know? Who knows? Didn't Rush Limbaugh die too? I don't like politics or anything like that, but I just remember Rush Limbaugh appearing in Family Guy a few times, and he was pretty alright in that. He had a whole episode dedicated to him, and I remember him being the Rancor in the Star Wars one. He actually showed up to voice himself. What was the joke in that? It was like, oh yeah, no, it was like Rush Limbaugh, law number 1: no tax evading Jedi's in my country, or something like that. He was freaking like, what? And then I think like the line after that to like combat that is just like Jedi's a religion. Religion's tax exempt. You can't do this. Oh man, it has certainly been a weird year. Oh my god, no. Oh, never mind. Okay, I freaking looked over because I have a tab on Twitter open and I see Bill Murray trend and I'm like, no, this better not be happening right now. I mean, I'm not really gonna. I just remember the Oscars happen and freaking Will Smith, Mr. Keep your wife's or no, Mr. Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk about that. I really don't care. I haven't really cared about Will Smith or Chris Rock in anything in years. I'm gonna be 100% honest. Cause like what? The last thing I saw Chris Rock in was Spiral. Yeah, I didn't like that. I don't even remember the most recent thing I saw Will Smith in. Because he stopped trying to like do goofy comedies and stuff, and then he was serious for like a long time, and he's still serious. Kind of like a... Because I think Steve Carell was doing that for a while, and then he's on this new series called Space Force, which I've never heard of, but apparently it's funny. Or to some people. At least it's not Big Mouth, you know? I could honestly do without another goddamn season of Big Mouth. That is still probably one of my least favorite shows ever conceived. If they would just cancel Big Mouth and actually bring new series to there, or, you know, actually put care and effort into the series and actually like want to do it, then, you know, more power to you. I will gladly take that. Cause like, oh no, that wasn't canceled. I was thinking of something else. Recently they showed off the side of one of the ships for the live action One Piece. It's the what was it? What was the name of it? I remember what it was. It was the ship where Sanji shows up. You know, the one that's like a restaurant on the inside. And like that got leaked or whatever, and I saw that. I'm like, yo, this thing is huge, and it looks pretty neat actually. I had a little bit of skepticism for the live action One Piece series at first, but just seeing that boat, I'm like, okay, wow, yeah, they're actually like trying to do something with this. Now I just need to see what they're doing for costumes and like what the actors will look like in their outfits, or, you know, a few more set pieces, maybe even a trailer, I guess, would work for me. Because I could totally do with the trailer. But I'm a little bit less hesitant about this one now. Good thing I never finished freaking Cowboy Bebop, and instead I decided to watch Arrested Development, which I need to watch more of that. I don't even know if I want to use Netflix anymore, because Netflix is starting to like become bad, because apparently they're supposed to have ads rolling soon. They're like kicking people off for like people who share the same account in the household. I think just because people keep getting their accounts fucking hacked. Just all the time. I don't know. I really don't get it. And I don't exactly condone piracy, but I would say piracy is a pretty valid option starting very soon. Or you could just use like Hulu or whatever, and just use a VPN, just whenever. Because like, yeah, that works too, I guess. Because then you can access Hulu in whatever country you want, or you. Well, actually, no, Hulu might be the only one, because like there's nothing on freaking Peacock. I guess you could do Paramount Plus if you want. If you're looking for like specifically like Paramount properties. Cause so then you got like Disney Plus, which is all Disney stuff, but like everything's on there basically. Oh, HBO Max. Oh, I forgot about that one. Yeah, you can use HBO Max totally, and probably just do a VPN and probably still get some pretty good stuff. Hulu and HBO Max are probably the only ones really worth a damn. Like even Amazon Prime a little bit. Hell, the last thing I watched on there was The Boys Diabolical, which that series is, well, it's a mixed bag, I guess. I enjoyed some parts of it, but really didn't enjoy other segments, because it's an anthology series of different stories within the world, and you really have to be caught up on like season 2, or else you're going to be spoiled on literally everything, because just about every episode or so like starts off with some discussion of like, hey, this thing that happened in season 2 is totally a thing. So it's not one of those things where you can just pop on if you've never seen the show. You need to watch the show and there's like a specific segment where it actually has like some of the main characters. There's like a few of them, and it would really help to like know the context of these characters and their relationships with each other in order to really understand and appreciate it. But yeah, other than that, I'm still waiting on The Boys season 3. I'm still waiting for Invincible season 2. I think it was Steven Yeun is the guy who plays Mark. I believe recently a clip of him in a recording booth showed up. So that's good. So it's good that they're starting work on that. Always excited for it when I could have just read it, but fuck that. I'm stupid. And then, let's see, I don't care about JoJo Stone Ocean, so I just stopped caring about the anime because I'm already caught up on that. Not really anything else that I have to talk about, I guess. Let's see, I'm looking around at things to remind me of certain things, just to be sure. No, that's it. I guess if... No, not even that. Yeah. I was thinking about, like, Persona 4 Arena Ultimax being re-released, but then I'm like, oh, wait, no, that was last month. That was a month ago now. Oh, my God. Dude, time flies so fast. It is insane. But I guess whatever. It's time to do the thing of the shilling of the kind of the shilling. You know, subscribe if you actually care about any kind of video that I put in out and don't mind waiting for something of some kind of quality. I got a Twitter. I always post updates on there just because it's easier that way. Because, like, I don't really have a community to use the community tab on YouTube for. So I kind of just update everything on Twitter, and I can't really manage other social medias that well. Hell, I can barely manage my own life, let alone a social media account. I can barely manage Twitter. I can barely manage one thing. But, oh well, whatever. I got a Twitter. I got the YouTube page. If you want to see what I do when I'm not recording stuff like this or making videos, I always have a Twitch. It's in the description. Both the Twitter and Twitch are in the description, so there's those links. I also have a VOD re-upload channel if you miss a stream or you just want to go back and see if I've played a certain game. Quality will vary depending on what you watch, but it's generally all separated by game, or at least like series or so. But yeah, that's it from there, and I guess that's really it from me. I don't have much else to shill. New videos coming. This will be uploaded on the weekend, but it's probably like right now for whenever you're watching it. And yeah, that's gonna be it. I don't know if I want to start like shilling a like question segment, because I always like that whenever podcasts do it, where it's just like, okay, hey, give us questions at da 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 da, or comment below or whatever. Because like, I don't know, I always just like answering questions, you know? It's kind of weird. I don't like talking to people, yet I like answering their questions about certain things. So I don't know. If you've watched this far to the end, then like I guess you can leave a question in the comments if you want, or you can like DM me on Twitter or whatever for it. It's up to you. I don't have like a freaking email set for like this for this segment because I'm not really doing it all the time. It's kind of just this kind of still just an experiment, but I'm kind of just going off what I feel that I want to do with it. But it's fine. It's fine so far. I mean, I like it. I like doing it. I kind of like just sitting here and just talking about whatever for an hour. That's just my style. But yeah, if you listen to this, thank you for listening. I don't know what else to say. I rambled on long enough. Goodbye. Goodbye.